Hello, everybody. Welcome along. It is Friday night time for Friday night EFL Championship football and another round of fixtures. We've got 3 watch-alongs for you this weekend. We'll end the weekend with Coventry Millwall. Tomorrow, we're looking at Ipswich versus West Brom. But tonight, get yourself settled in, make yourself known, and enjoy, hopefully, an excellent game. Sheffield Wednesday versus Birmingham. Welcome to the watch along. We are back again, everybody. It's another round in the EFL Championship. What round are we up to now? 31, isn't it? It's going to be 15 to play after this one's complete. And for these two sides, it's more the bottom of the table that Sheffield Wednesday and Birmingham are looking at. Wednesday, there's a bit of a gap opened up with some good results for QPR. Good win for Huddersfield the other day. I think it's an 8-point gap. We'll have a look at the table in a minute. For Birmingham, they just want to keep away from trouble because of that QPR. I think 7 points in 3 games. Bit of a rising tide at the bottom there that certain teams around in that bottom 8 picture are not going to want to get pulled in. Hello, everybody. Make yourself known in the chat. I'll say some hellos in a minute. Shall we just have a bash through the fixtures that are coming up this weekend? Obviously, we start tonight with this game here, Wednesday, Birmingham, and we are covering as well Ipswich, West Brom tomorrow lunchtime. Then in the 3 p.m.s on Saturday, Blackburn. We're going to talk about Blackburn at halftime. I'm sure we'll get plenty of questions about goings on early this evening. Confirmed John Dale Thomason out, John Eustace in, and of course it's Birmingham Blackburn on Tuesday. Cardiff versus Preston, Hull, Swansea, Leeds, Rotherham, Middlesbrough, Bristol City, QPR, Norwich, Southampton, Huddersfield. So that is Ipswich, Leeds and Southampton, all at home. Sunderland, Plymouth certainly not at home, travelling miles up to Sunderland. Watford are the latest to take on leaders Leicester. And on Sunday, as we mentioned, it is Coventry City versus Millwall. Plenty to talk about, plenty to get on with. Let's just say some hellos. Lola, welcome. Bannon, 9-1 to have 2+ shots on target. Get in there. Ewan, welcome to you, sir. Ewan's always in the chat. Great to have you here. Isaac, both teams need a win for Wednesday. We're the first team in relegation zone to show any form, but dropped off since then. Yeah, totally agree with that. Isaac. Lee, welcome to you, sir. Dylan Thomas. Wasn't Dylan Thomas a famous poet? Am I right? Simon, working tonight, only joined you for the opening 10. I think a draw would be my preferred result. Welcome to you, Simon. Welcome everyone in the chat. Make yourself known. Make sure you hit that like button as well. We're already in double figures over in the like department. Jack, big hello to you, mate. He must win for Blues tonight. We're in that kind of period now of, well, we get must wins right the way through the season, don't we? Shall we have a look at the team news? Okay, let's see what FootMob have got to tell us. They try their best with their projections of the team. We may need to tweak it slightly. In goal for Sheffield Wednesday, James Beadle, who faced 3 one-on-ones, didn't it, at the end of that game against Huddersfield the other day. They scored on all of them, didn't they? Down the right-hand side is Paul Valentin, one of the signings in the summer window. There is Marvin Johnson, left back. I don't know why FootMob is taking me away from the screen every time. I'll just hover over them. No, I'll click on them. Aikin Famewo and Deshaun Bernard is the rest of the back four. Down the right-hand side, Ian Poveda, who's got quite the CV when you look at some of the clubs he's played for. Never broken through at any of them, but played for some big teams, that guy, I tell you. He's on loan from Leeds. JD Gassama down the left-hand side. In central midfield, Mohamed Diaby, not Bambo. They've got a couple at Wednesday. Barry Bannon, the aforementioned. Up top is Ike Ugbo, who was at Cardiff. I think they're the right guy for the first half of the season. And the great young hope for Sheffield Wednesday, young Bailey Kadamati, an 18-year-old striker who's been very, very decent up top for the Owls. For Birmingham City, Etheridge in at the moment, no Ruddy. Buchanan is the left back, and Laird is the right back. Centre halves, Christian Bielik and Kevin Long. In central midfield, very Tony Mowbray looking this, Ivan Sunic, Andre Dezell in the double pivot there. We'll see how this actually shakes out. It does look fairly likely, though. Jordan James could be a 4-3-3. Who knows? Juninho Bakuna, we always say about him, on his day, if he fancies it, is a match winner. But there's a reason he's playing in the Championship. He doesn't fancy it as often as maybe he should. There's another match winner, actually, Shariki Dembele, who, after the summer window, looked like the top signing for Birmingham, didn't he? Up top, Scott Hogan, brother. You'll see on the ticker down at the bottom, top scorer is Jay Stansfield for Birmingham. Not about in the starting lineup. You can see him on the bench there. We'll do the benches real quick. You can give me your views in the chat. For Wednesday on the bench, Musaba, who I believe is their top scorer. So both top scorers on the bench tonight. Wilkes, Smith, Volks, Sikera, Pedersen, Palmer, Ehekwe, and Charles. For Blues on the bench, Stansfield, Roberts, Gardner, Anderson, Miyoshi. Decent bench, actually, for Birmingham. I've seen Stansfield and Miyoshi be their star players at times this season. Shongho Pak, Drama, and Mark Roberts make up the bench. For Birmingham, how long have we got? We've got about 8 minutes. We're actually moving all right, so I can probably do some comments right now. Let's say some hellos. Wednesday, first 20 minutes. Don't know what that means. I'm right. It's rare for me to be right about poetry, Dylan. Richard, only 3 managers in the job, 2+ years in the Championship. Right, yeah, Michael Carrick up to 4th longest serving. Incredible. John, good day to you, fella. Steve, welcome to you. Blues need a win. Yes, they do. Lee, Wednesday win would spice things up down there. I totally agree with that. Ewan, a must win for Wednesday, must not lose for Birmingham. Yeah, well put. Brandon. England trip was great. Tell us about it in the chat, Brandon. Dave, legend. Welcome to you. Top Buzz. Soto. Don't know what that means. Probably stands for something, doesn't it? Should have started Miyoshi. I'd like to see Paik get a start. I'm sure we'll see one. Definitely see one of them. Miyoshi's going to come in at some point, isn't he? Not sure about Shong Ho Paik, whether we'll see him today. Off the bench, we'll read a couple more. Daryl, welcome. Come on, Birmingham. Alistair, welcome to you. Back down to Reading for me this week. To be back on my old stomping ground. Excellent to hear. We are, as ever, before we go to your predictions, brought to you in association with Match Bingo. If you head over to Match Bingo, you can get yourself a card for tonight's game. Would you believe, and get me a camera angle right for the light. won't it? I've got 2 because I did 2 promos this week and I bought one on both for the promos. So I'm actually playing 2 cards. So surely I'm going to get some kind of action tonight. We'll keep up with the Match Bingo as we go. If you want to get involved, please feel free. Do remember to play responsibly. And if I remove that, you can let them know we sent you by clicking on their QR code. Match Bingo, go and download the app. If you do want to play for free, it's £2 to play tonight. You can play for free tomorrow on the Bingals game at 3 p.m. that I would recommend for a bit of fun. If you're sat there watching the 3 p.m s transpire, watching the goals go in. And who doesn't like free? Hey, free. Nice. Right. Can we do the blue card debate at halftime? Yeah, we'll do a little bit. I've got to talk about Blackburn, Alistair, at half-time. Isaac, with an 8-point gap between Wednesday and Huddersfield, Neither Rotherham or Wednesday will get out of the bottom three for hard deficit with QPR. Huddersfield run looks more favourable. Who is the ref? We'll find out in a bit. Flew to Manchester, saw Birmingham, Leicester, and visited some family members. Tremendous. Oh, Bury St Edmunds. Very nice. My neck of the woods. Nick Nack, if Wednesday can't win this, they are probably doomed. Yeah, it could really be a pile on tomorrow if there's positive results for QPR or, more pertinently, for Huddersfield. Let's have a look at the bottom of the table. Actually, you guys have been chatting about it, so it's only right that we bring it up on the screen before we go to your predictions. And never mind predictions, what about predicaments? So look at Wednesday down there. Had an awful, terrible start. Real nightmare stuff under Xisco. He came and went really quickly. And then from December, I think they won about 6 games in the next 5 weeks. Really good run. Got themselves back in it. But look at those last 4 games. Lost, drawn, lost. 1 point in 4. At the same time, QPR have put 7 points on and Huddersfield have put 6. So there's been 6 and 5 point swings over those last 4 games against Wednesday. They need to swing this back. If they win today, there'll be 5 points off safety. Although, if you're QPR or Wednesday, you just want to get in touch because look above Huddersfield. Look, 31, Stoke 32, Birmingham 32, Blackburn, Swansea and Millwall all on 33. So you'd start to look and think, can we wave a big fishing net out and pull some of these teams in? And Birmingham are hoping not to be one of these teams. And look how tight it is. If Birmingham win tonight, and they have played less games than a couple of teams above them that they could catch, Swansea and Millwall, they would jump all the way up to 16th. Obviously, we've got the full round of games to finish off tomorrow, but that's about the state of play. You're looking at Sheffield Wednesday trying to find their way closer to the, sort of getting their heads above water at least, and Birmingham trying to push away from it. Big game tonight. As someone said in the chat, I think it was Ewan, must not lose for Birmingham, must win probably for Sheffield Wednesday. Right, shall we get some of your predictions in, guys? Stick the team names in as well. Helps me out massively as the players line up in the tunnel. I need your predictions for Sheffield Wednesday versus Birmingham. As I say, write the teams in. Helps me out big style. You've got 16 seconds to get your predictions in. Away you go. Is it like EFL rule now that before any of the Sky games, the lighting up has to put the stadium lights on Vegas mode for 30 seconds? Seems to happen in all of the Sky games now. Right, let's have a look at your predictions. What have we got in here? There we go. Right, Carl, 3-0 Wednesday. Brandon 2-all. Tom, 2-1 Blues. Dylan, 3-0 Blues. Ewan, 1-1. Poker God, Owls 2-1. Jack, Birmingham 2-1. Nick Nack, Birmingham 2-1. Dave, Birmingham. It seems like Birmingham 2-1's a popular one here. Lee 2-1 Blues. Jeff 2-all. Mind Blown 3-1. He hasn't written the teams in, so I'll assume that's for Wednesday. Late Desmond. Excellent. I speak Wales and he's put 0-0. So that hopefully guarantees us some goals. Isaac, 1-0 Wednesday. Unhelpful draw, 1-1. Yeah, they do tend to end that way, don't they? Dylan, 3-2. But I love, give me 5 goals. That'll make lots of fun. What are these yellow cards that the cop is holding up there? I assume they're probably for Mr. Chansiri. I don't know. What does it say? Out of touch, out of time. Oh, okay. Protest going on at the owner, Mr. Chansiri. He's probably up in the main stand, isn't he? Loads of cards around the stadium, actually. My God. Not good. Not good at all. 2-0 Wednesday. Peter, John, Desmond, Steve with the 1-1, Andy with the 1-1, Ben with the 1-1, and Simon with the 1-1. Right. We are about a minute from kickoff. Let me bash through the teams one more time. And then I think we are going to be good to go. Let me click on the right button and you'll be able to see the teams. There we go. Right. Wednesday, Beadle in goal. Valentin and Johnson, the fullbacks for Maywo and Bernard, the centre-backs. Gassama and Poveda wide. Bannon and Diaby central. Two up top, Ugbo, Cad and Martiri. For Blues, Etheridge in goal. Laird and Buchanan fullbacks. Bielik and Long centre-backs. Midfield, two, Dazelle, Sanjic, Dembele left, James right, Bakuna 10, Hogan, brother, up top. Right, do me a favour before we get into this. How many likes have we got? We're going to do an early like spike. Let me just refresh and check the number over there. 31 likes. Let's see if we can push it up close to 50. You have got, how many seconds on the like? You've got 9 seconds. If everyone could hit the like button now before we kick off, that'd do me a massive solid. Like spike time. Hit like if you're in the chat. Go. Thank you for all your support. You just put Danny Rolls' points per game up. He's on 1.1 points per game. We all know if you do that across the season, you're well safe. You know, if you're between 46 and 50 points, you stay up most seasons, don't you? I think it's 8 out of 10 seasons you stay up with 45 points, let alone 46 to 50. I don't know what the 1.1 is. Probably more into the 50 point total. But remember, that's irrelevant if you've messed up the first 12 games or 15 or whatever they had before Danny Roll came in. Right. Let me just say thank you for the like spike. We have jumped up. He says, oh, wow, 56 likes. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for your support. Lots of people asking about blue cards. Yeah, look, we can talk about blue cards. If you're asking for it, we'll give it you. But I must talk about Blackburn at halftime because we need a clip of that. Maybe we can talk about blue cards at the end of the game. Wednesday, 0, Birmingham 0. We will put up. We are about to get going at Hillsborough. Championship, Friday night football, Sheffield Wednesday versus Birmingham. And away we go. I said away we go. They had a false start with the kickoff then, which is always good fun. But we are off and running. Wednesday immediately on the attack. Foot in there, and a streaky Dembele draws a foul. You're just going to stay down for a few seconds and presumably try and kill that very, very early momentum that Sheffield Wednesday had in those first 30 seconds. Lively start, but Birmingham will try and make that fizzle out now with this stoppage, of course. I hope I'm right about that. And Dembele is, of course, okay. Cynical old head on me, hey, or just a clever head on a Dembele. It does not get more championship than this. The blue cards wouldn't work. It's not rugby. Just put 10 men behind the ball. Can you give the use? Yes, we will do a timestamp. Dylan, how many blue cards would Morsey have this season? About 30, I reckon. Maybe 50, 70. Every team's got one, haven't they? Liked and spiked. Well done, Math. By the way, look at next to Math's name, and there's a few of you in the chat there. Nick Knack, Dylan, who are members. If you click the join button down the bottom, you can get involved and support the channel. We really, really appreciate that. Played out long. It's going to be a Birmingham throw-in that Lee Buchanan is going to take, former Derby and Werder Bremen fullback. What an interesting career path for him. He throws it in, receives it back off Dazelle. Up the line it goes from Buchanan. And home it goes from Bernard. Nice feet by Beadle. Back to Bernard, who goes long. And it's given back to Birmingham. Andrew, good evening to you, sir. Welcome, everybody, in the chat. Godlike, excited for the Borough game tomorrow. Hopefully, McGree back The Aussies are all back now in the Championship after the Asia Cup they were in, wasn't it? Here is Sunjic, led. Inside it goes. Bakuna's come short off his 10 position. Bakuna tries to kind of clip it over into the right wing area. Comes out and Sunjic just catches Gassama. He's passed that off as being an accidental trip. But it's a foul nonetheless. And free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. We started our whole season here, didn't we? I remember the first day of the season, it was Wednesday and Southampton. Saints getting the late winner. Wednesday's, terrible first. What was it? Must have been 15 games where they barely won, mustn't it? Great little dribble there by Dembele, who's on the deck again. He tried to burst in between two. Just got taken down. The yellow card has actually come out. I think Barry Bannon has gone in the book. Someone was asking about the ref. Who have we got today? I never know where to find this. Is it in facts? There we go. Referee Davies is not only in charge, but has already got his yellow card out. Sunjic, Hogan, Laird. Nice feet by Laird. Can he get the cross in? He can. Not the worst ball. And for Mayo, Diaby covering from central midfield in the centre-back spot. Nods that behind. It's a corner to Birmingham, who really, other than that very first 30 seconds, Birmingham have been the better side, haven't they? Long is up. Buchanan's got a hell of a leap, actually, for a fullback. Bielik is a huge bloke, and Andre Dazelle is going to swing the corner in left-footed, and it comes. Oh, that's gone loose. Ooh. He's on the floor. It was Kevin Long. Kind of falls down and tries to scoop the shot in while he's on the ground. Very close in on goal. He's about 2 yards out. His body had just been angled the other way. He'd have been easily able to stick that in the net. Short goal kick again. Beadle knocks it forward and given away. Distribution out from the... he's on loan from Brighton, isn't he, right, Beadle? Not quite worked out yet. Right, what have we got? What's the situation with Dazelle? Don't know. Into the box goes Cadamartri, shot deflected. It really opened up. He kind of put it across the box, left-footed, Cadamartri. Looked like the shot was on there. Maybe he wasn't quite with it. And Jordan James comes sprinting away. Oh, lovely ball by James into the box. Dembele cuts it back. Chance. Good chance for Bakuna. Puts it over the bar. Good stuff from both sides there. Cadamartri up one end. It's a great run from James. Look at this for a pass. Takes out 3 Wednesday defenders with that pass. And Bakuna should do better with that, shouldn't he? There's already pace on the cutback for Bakuna. And he tries to add some more pace. And then up and over the bar it goes. Just controls that shot. Finds one of the corners. I don't know. Keeper's in bother there. Good game this thus far. Right, I was going to try and read some comments. Loan to Birmingham freed some room. Wages. Yes, indeed. Yellow after 3 minutes. No doubt we'll end with a full set of players. We will see. We will see. Feels like a must-win for both. Birmingham looking the better team so far. Yeah, other than the first 30 seconds, it's been all Birmingham. Hasn't it? Sheffield Wednesday demanded loan fee for Gregory. Well, Derby have to pay all his wages. They said no. Gregory not in the 25-man squad. Yeah. Bakuna is either the best or worst player on the... Yeah, I know what you mean. Very hit and miss. Sometimes he looks absolutely brilliant, doesn't he? I recently got into prog rock and I'm having a great time. Tremendous. Genesis. Pink Floyd, a prog rock band? Not really. Yes. The ball is knocked back into Bielik. Nice ball through to Bakuna. Oh, lovely idea from Bakuna. He put the curve on that through ball really nicely. Would have been a Pirlo-esque pass there for Bakuna. Just put a little too much on it, didn't he? What a pass that would have been. Good run by Hogan. Just runs away from him. Goalkeeper actually comes out Beadle and clears it away. Rush. There you go. I'll take it. Here comes Bakuna again. Not sure what he's trying there. I think he's trying to bend, sort of hook his foot around that and bend it back into the middle, but completely shanks it. Goes over the bar. Stansfield's on the bench, Dylan. I assume there's a reason that Mowbray's gone for Scott Hogan. I know he divides opinion, Hogan, but we know what to expect from him. He's going to play on the shoulder and just try and run in behind all match. Well, that's the deal. Goal kick. They're going to go short again. Last couple of these haven't worked out. So I assume Birmingham are going to press. In they go. Yeah, Beadle just takes it and goes long this time. And yeah, distribution really bad from Sheffield Wednesday out from the goalkeeper thus far. Straight back through to Birmingham. And decent throw out conversely from Etheridge to Bielik, who runs up to halfway. Good press by Wednesday, though. Bakuna has to go back into the centre half. They're going to start over Dazelle, Buchanan, James. Looks like a foul. No, I'm wrong. Play on, says referee Davies. Here's Bannon. Nice turn and ball away with the left foot by Bannon. Johnson, who's playing left back, seen him play winger a fair few times. Decent cross. I mean, I was going to say a little bit flappy from Etheridge, but he's come away with the ball in his hands. He came to gather it, sort of tipped it into the space. If you knew the space was there, then fair enough. But you think, if you're coming for that, catch the thing, right? 10 minutes gone, 0-0. Good game, though. Birmingham, the better side thus far. Keep comments coming, guys. First of 3 watch-alongs this weekend. As Sunjic gives the ball away, trying to find Laird. You can say it right back, but he's well up the pitch, more in a right midfield role. He just plays it behind him. It's a Wednesday throw. Did you see that story about the EFL looking away from Wembley? No, I didn't. But I hate the idea, Tom. It's a great chance for EFL players who are never going to play for England. They're never. Some of them are never going to get to an FA Cup final. It's a chance to play at an iconic stadium. I hope they don't move away from. And it's a chance for the fans of those teams to go and see their team play there. So, yeah, I would be heavily against that, I have to say. Hogan's been asking for a bigger role. Rest up Stansfield. Throw in then to Birmingham. In it comes. Bielik, Laird. Down the line looking for Bakuna. The most recent stat I've got says 67% Birmingham now. They're in control of this one. Am I going to do... I don't know what... Is that the TV game, Isaac? Got invited to go with Anir to that game, but I don't think I'll be able to make it down to Bristol. But yeah, if that one's on TV, we probably will cover it, to be fair. Ball back to Etheridge, who goes long. At the moment, Sheffield Wednesday doing a lot of hassling and pressing, not really getting on the ball. There's the guy that needs to get on the ball, Bannon there. But 2 passes later after he has the ball, and they've turned it over again. They're trying to find Dembele through. Bernard gets across. fairly clumsy, I have to say, the defending, but Bernard got the ball away and clear. Here's Dembele over by the corner. Oh, lovely feet by Dembele. Little double tag there and a nutmeg as well. Oh, cross goes in. Beadle, does he need to palm that out? I'm not liking the look of Sheffield Wednesday in this first 12 minutes, I have to say. They look a bit anxious, don't they? And Birmingham are going to smell blood here, aren't they? I really think they are. Leandro, welcome to you. Apparently unhappy in their say of when the cup finals played. This year's FA Cup and Championship player final on the same weekend. Imagine that, the EFL being the red-headed stepchild again. Diaby, Johnson into the channel. It's not working for Wednesday, is it? Not at all. They're not getting on the ball. They're not able to play through their midfield. The only thing worse than having one isolated striker up top is having two isolated strikers. They've got Ugbo and Kadamatri on, and just not getting the ball to them, are they? Just getting a bit overrun at the moment, Wednesday. But we'll keep eyes on it. Led, Bakuna sticks the cross in. Decent clearance. Oh, one back by Buchanan. High up. Buchanan hits the shot. Good save by Beadle. And this... getting more and more pressure now from Birmingham, the closest they've been. But here comes a Wednesday counter attack. Bannon looks after it. Johnson's making the point I did. He said, he was in at left back there. He said, where's the ball into central midfield from a Wednesday point of view? That's nicely worked, though, via Kadamatri out to Valentin. Now, can they get the cross in? Oh, nice feet. Cut back. Oh, would you believe it? I've spent the last 5 minutes saying Sheffield Wednesday haven't been in the game. The ball is cut back to Ugbo. He sticks it in the back of the net. And against the run of play, it is Sheffield Wednesday 1, Birmingham 0. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Run of play. It happens so often, doesn't it? We're watching a game, one side's building up a head of steam. There's no attacking sort of prowess. It's a lovely assist, actually. Is it Pervader down the right-hand side? It's a brilliant little bit of skill. Just goes inside, outside. I mean, it's not great from Dazelle. Someone look up the touch map. I don't think Ugbo's had a touch yet in the game, and he's just got himself a goal. He's barely been mentioned at all. And Sheffield Wednesday, completely against the run of play, have got themselves a goal. I don't think we mentioned Pervader either. And the two guys that combine for the goal just come to life. It's a great bit of skill by Pervader, isn't it? I mean, I can go chapter and verse on Andre Dazelle switching on and off and looking good and then not looking good. The defending was not great, was it? You'd rather it was a defender against Pervader, but Pervader does really well. The cutback into the middle, and Ugbo gets the goal, and Wednesday, surprisingly to me, have the lead. We'll go to comments in a sec as Birmingham come forward, and they've cleared their lines Wednesday, and that is going back home to Etheridge. Right, comments. What do we got? That goal's put the cat amongst the pigeons. Pervader, tricky player, certainly was there. Reminds me of the goal West Brom scored last week. Delightful pullback. That's the championship for you. Perfect turning this on. There you go. Oh, into the box now. Come Birmingham led. Oh, and Jordan James has slashed at his initial shot got blocked. It came back to him on the half volley. I think the half volley did get a little nick. And it's going to be a corner. You get a block on that? Yeah. Is it going to be one of those games where Birmingham are going to rack up a massive number of shots? Laird, who the camera's on at the moment, is having a lovely old time at right back. But let's not forget, Birmingham are losing. Dazelle sticks the corner in. Diaby heads it away and then chases out his own clearance and gives the ball away. Bakuna knocks that back into Laird. Strange game. Birmingham pretty much on top for the majority of it. Sheffield Wednesday have had one attack and they lead 1-0 through Ike Ugbo off a lovely bit of wing play by Ion Paveda. Tremendous assist, I have to say. Dazelle tries to slide that through to James. Ooh, given away at the back, though. And poked through now to Jordan James into the box. James beats his man. Can James get the cut back? No, it's a good tackle. James wants a penalty, but my first instinct was that was a perfectly decent tackle. It was a giveaway, I think, by Valentin. I'm less sure when I look at the replay, but this is what these replays do to you, isn't it? Ugh. I don't know if there's a foul in there. Certainly doesn't win the ball, does he? But that doesn't mean there's a foul. Forward comes Johnson and Bakuna and Laird see to it that they win the ball. Laird goes down. Johnson thinks he dived. Laird gives him the no sell. And life goes on. Here's Bannon for Wednesday. Lovely little clip into the corner. Kadamatari, good hold. Good strength, actually. A nice little spin. And here's Paveda again. They want to get him dribbling. Knock forward into James. Doesn't get the ball, but not. Yeah, I was kind of in that instance. I think it's just a racing incident. No decision as far as I'm concerned. Bakuna. Oh, nice turn by Johnson after winning it. And then Bakuna pulls off exactly the same turn. Johnson, having been annoyed at Laird for going down, is now flat on his back, holding his face. And we all know probably in about 45 seconds he'll be up and running around once more. Yeah, it's just nothing in that at all, is there? I think the gloved hand of Bakuna hits about there, and then Johnson goes down holding the front of his face. So it's just nonsense, isn't it? All part of the pantomime that is football, though, isn't it? Hey? Bakuna tries to find Sunic. That's a clear foul by Sunic there. 2 arms around Paveda, who got that excellent assist for the only goal in this game for Sheffield Wednesday. Wally, I've seen so many games where one side completely dominates, the other side break away and stick one in the onion bag. That's the beauty of it all, isn't it? Hey, unless it's Ipswich having 38 shots to 2 against Maidstone and losing 2-1. That's not beautiful at all, is it? I think we can all agree with that. Don't answer that question. Gaza, good day from Ellesmere, Queensland. Tremendous. Dylan, on paper, Birmingham have 2 of the best fullbacks in the league, but don't seem to be able to get the best out of them. Yeah, definitely some potential there, isn't there? But yeah, a bit chaotic at Birmingham this season, to say the least. Bielik. Long. Down the line it goes for Dembele, who's got it near the corner flag. Valentin leaning on him. Gets it back to James. James to Dezelle. Bit of a hospital ball, but Dembele's done well to make something of that. Oh, that's excellent from Dembele. Great balance. Bacuna takes it off him, edge of the box. Laird back to Bacuna. Dezelle. Buchanan, can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. It's a good ball, that, actually, right into the 6-yard box. But Maywo gets it away. Here's Laird again. And Birmingham still having more of the possession, more of the territory. They're behind, but they're not by any means playing badly. Just a good bit of skill by Poveda mixed with a sleepy bit of defending by Dezelle. And they happen to be behind. Jake. Oh, I know that, Jake. Welcome to you, Squire. In comes the corner. Headed up in the air by UGBO. Headed down. Bielik, edge of the box. Oh, brilliant bit of skill by Bielik. Shot by Dezelle. I want to see a replay of that little drag back heel. And he backheeled it about 6 yards as well. Look at that for a bit of skill. Brilliant from Bielik. Dezelle couldn't quite, I'd say he couldn't get hold of the shot. He didn't need to hit it hard if he got it right around into the corner, but kind of did neither. No power, no placement. That's a foul by Poveda on Bielik. He shouldn't get booked for that, no. Just a bit of a size differential there, and Poveda trying to use the dark arts to get through it. Dezelle, poor pass, blocked away. UGBO, Diaby. Johnson, who's cut a very frustrated figure at left back. He literally, every time he gets the ball, he moans that he's got no one to pass it to as he's got the ball. Oh, there's a dreadful pass by Diaby. Got away with that, though. It's got a bit loose the last couple of minutes, hasn't it? Bannon. Lovely ball by Bannon. Here comes Johnson. Johnson, nice feed into Kadamata. He can't control it. That's a good ball by Johnson. Despite his moaning, he backed it up there with a decent pass. And Birmingham now are trying to recycle as Dezelle plays it into Dembele. Dembele is tackled by Poveda. Oh, lovely ball by Valentin. Bannon. Nice ball outside of the foot. Kadamata back to Bannon. And they'll give it again. Johnson's moaning. And he plays it into Kadamata, who has a heavy touch. And they've given it away. And now Johnson's out of position. And James is going to try and run him down the right wing. James, surely, is he fouled in there, Johnson? Not given. Bacuna, Sunjic, Dembele's narrow. He's central. He's got a load of space if he wants to dribble out to the left-hand side of the penalty box, but it's all very tight. And in the end, it's given away. UGBO to Gassama, who we've barely mentioned, the left winger. Maybe we've barely mentioned it because every time they've gone down the left, the Wednesday left back Marvin Johnson has moaned and they're not giving him the ball. Diaby, good ball. Nice take by Poveda. Good tackle by Buchanan, though. That's why I wonder if it had been maybe Buchanan against Poveda rather than Dezelle against Poveda for the goal, whether we might still be at 0-0. Maybe I'm being unfair to poor old Dezelle. You tell me in the comments. Don't forget, the funniest show on British TV returns, Sunderland Till I Die. I got a text about this earlier, linking me up to Sunderland Till I Die. It's on Tuesday, is it? We will give it a look. Our mate Graham was in the last series of that, staring at, who was he with? It was either Stuart Donald or Charlie Methven. I was going to say, who were cast as buffoons in that show, but maybe they cast themselves as buffoons. Out it goes to Bakuna, led, but he is off side. 27 on the clock, 1-0, Wednesday. Why am I seeing a shot from the 15th minute? Okay, we're seeing the goal. Great bit of skill by Pervader. Really good cutback as well, because there's so many players in the box there. He's got to hammer that across the ground really accurately. And that is exactly what he did. Let me just bring the numbers up, because I assume they're going to tell us that Birmingham have been pretty dominant, other than in goals, which is kind of important. Yeah, look, 64-36 on their possession. 0.71, 0.47 on their XG, 6-2 shots. But look, one big chance Wednesday, one goal. And I'm sure they'll take all of the stats being against them so long as they win the game. Gassama. Adam, we'll talk about Blackburn at halftime, my friend. Enjoy your dog walk, Math. I can probably show you my really grubby shoes I'm wearing from the dog walk. Not the one I did at lunchtime today, but the one I did last night. Proper soggy it was. Here's Dezelle for Birmingham. Filthy pass for Wednesday's goal. Nearly as filthy as my shoes from the dog walk, yeah? Buchanan. Striding forward at left back. Whoever was mentioning the Birmingham fullbacks, they've had loads of the ball in this game, haven't they? Bakuna drills the shot in. And James wins it back. Here's Dembele, who's kind of in the 10 position now. Little give and go with Bakuna. Dembele hits the shot deflected. Easy gather by Beadle. Can we meet your dog? Arlo has been in various of the match vlogs. Yeah, he's kind of a chilled out entertainer. Here comes Johnson coming in from the left wing. Can he go through everybody? No. And now we've got another player down in the little Marvin Johnson melodrama here. Who's that down now? 26. I can't see his name. Kevin Long. Don't know what happened there. He tread on his hand or something. Actually, to be fair, he fell into him and I think he landed on the back of Long's right leg. So no shin pad protecting that. Tony Mowbray's just having a word with Jordan James, who I think's played pretty well. Scott Hogan, who, despite the fullbacks having good possession, despite Bakuna being in the game and Dembele, Scott Hogan hasn't managed to find himself a chance and some space in the box yet. Tony Mowbray seems to be playing the I'm not worried, be patient, stick at what you're doing card. But I'm sure the Birmingham fans behind the goal there will be a bit annoyed that their side has played well. But if we stop the clocks now, they're leaving with 0 points because for all of their good play, Sheffield Wednesday have the lead through EK UGBO. UGBO, as we said, on loan earlier in the season. So I'm just looking it up now at Cardiff. Got 4 goals for them. That is actually his first EFL goal for Sheffield Wednesday today. There's one for the chat. First of all, do you agree with Ewan's premise that Rotherham are down? And who's going down with them? There you go. You can get involved in the chat with that. We could talk a bit about Blackburn Rovers at half time as well. Who have had a managerial change just a couple of hours ago. Bakuna gets past Johnson, but Johnson's clever. Buys a foul. Bakuna says, I didn't foul him. I know what you mean, mate, but the arm went out. Johnson felt it. Down he went. Gave the referee a decision to make, and he called the referee's bluff and got the decision. Hoiked forward by, was it Bernard? Didn't quite see. Do struggle with these striped shirts, I have to say. Paveda wins a throw-in down the right for Sheffield Wednesday. Paveda, the architect of the goal. First start, Sky tell us, since August. So he's been doing not a lot for a lot of this season. Johnson, narrow at left back. Gassama, who's wide on the left wing. 1v1 with Laird. Nice feet, Gassama. As soon as I say that, he falls over. Of course he does. What do I know? He does find Bannon in the end. It's good play by Gassama. Bannon. Johnson. Back to Bannon. Is he onside? Yes. Little slide through. Oh, well worked by Bannon. Into the box goes Diaby. Good feet by him. Diaby goes for the cutback, blocked by Sunjic. Bannon wins it back. Tells Diaby to get onside and then cleverly backheels it. Nice turn by Johnson. Draws the foul from Ivan Sunjic. I don't know quite who Sunjic is furious with, because the only person who seemed to F up then was him, unless he's furious with himself. Rotherham, a solid 16-1. A Rotherham win at unbeaten at home this season, Leeds United tomorrow. I think I went 4-0 Leeds on the prediction. That one seems a foregone conclusion, doesn't it? Free kick. To Sheffield Wednesday, which is nicely set for Barry Bannon and his curling left foot. Birmingham hold the line on the edge of the box. That was for whoever mentioned Toto earlier. Easy gather, though, by Neil Etheridge in goal. And he bowls it out to Bielik. Dazelle. Buchanan. Nice ball up the line to Bakuna. Has he swapped with Dembele, Bakuna? They seem to have been in opposite positions for the last 5 minutes. Although Dembele's just headed over to the left now. Bakuna's on the left wing playing where the hell he wants, I think. Bakuna, nice ball. Dembele. A bit of a industrial-looking challenge there from the back. Oh, they try and slide Hogan in. Blocked out by Bernard. Not sure quite where Diaby's going. Cleared in the end by Valentin. And given straight back to Birmingham. Here comes another Birmingham face to build up then. It's just, for the most part, this game been one-way traffic. That is, of course, with the acknowledgement, Sheffield Wednesday are winning the damn game. Birmingham just having all of the ball. Here's James down the left wing. Back it goes to Buchanan and to Dazelle. Dazelle crosses it in. A bit floaty, that one. Easy header away by Maywo. Knocked back in. I think Hogan was offside, but they played it anyway. And it's going to be a throw into Birmingham. Tony Mowbray kicks the ball to Ethan Laird to take the throw in quick. Bakuna's kind of blocked off it. Have they won it back? No, it's turned over. And Marvin Johnson, with his swinger, boots it down the ground. Dembele, Bakuna. Oh, nice ball by Bakuna. Laird is onside. Can he cross it? I don't think he kept it in, did he? That's going to be a goal kick. Lovely angle on the ball by Bakuna. He probably, with hindsight, to my first comment, just overhit it, didn't he? Horrible defensive line by Wednesday. Johnson gets dragged forward, the left back, and Gassama's covering behind him is hopeless, isn't it? He's kind of there, but he may as well not be there because Laird is about 4 meters away from him. Forward it goes. Foul by Gassama on Laird, whom he picks up, and it's going to be a free kick to Birmingham. What's my opinion on Borough letting Crooks go? Where's he gone? MLS? Bit surprised. I always thought he's a useful player. I think Dylan, with your Ipswich hat on, you know he always plays well against Ipswich, doesn't he? Wednesday trying to play out again. They've done well, actually, and they've played through the press. And here comes Bannon driving down the left-hand side. Slides it down the line for Gassama. And for once, it's a poor ball from Bannon. And Gassama, in trying to make something of it, fouls his man. It's going to be a free kick to Birmingham. Which is good passing, actually, from Wednesday. They're pretty brave playing out. A few times they could have just hoiked it away. And the guy you'd want in the position to play the killer ball would be Bannon, but he didn't that time. Paveda. Oh, nice little poke through again. Kadamatari. Bannon's there. Can he cross this one in? He's on his right foot, which is not where he wanted it. Paveda again. Lovely feet again by Paveda. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Paveda. Well, he could have come alive for about 30 seconds of this game and made 2 goals all bones. Look at this for a bit of skill. Oh, see you later. How much does that miss by? Oof. I don't think the keeper's getting that, is he? It's unlucky. Great bit of skill as well by Paveda, who, as I say, has played for about 15 seconds in this game. FIFA Crook said to be substantial. Never a regular. Shame to lose him. We love him up here. Sounds like a good move for all involved. Well, there you go. That's that sort of. Thank you, Richard. Here comes Laird. Trying to slide it through for Hogan. I know Hogan gets a lot of grief, and I don't want to pile on, but he has been a bit anonymous, hasn't he? Tell me if you think I'm being unfair. James, Bakuna, Hogan. Oh, can't quite get there. Bakuna trying to pull the strings again. Hogan not able to sprint in behind and do something with that. To the commenter who was saying, you know, Bakuna is either very good or very bad. He does look on it today, doesn't he? Can he keep it up throughout the game? And can he make a goal? Bakuna. I think he's actually trying a shot there, trying to catch Beadle out, but doesn't quite hit it hard enough. Out it goes from Wednesday and given straight back to Birmingham. Evening, Daniel. Alexander Rolli's excellent, just sign of a poor unbalanced squad. You may be right there, actually. Here comes Laird down that right-hand side again, recommencing his battle with Johnson. Johnson's going to win this chapter. Turned over in midfield, and here comes Pervader, whose dribbling's been very good. He pokes it through. UGBO! Oh, should have been 2-0. As Pervader pokes it through, UGBO got the bounce of the ball. He's right into the box. That looked a really good chance. It was turned over off to Zell again. Here's the poke through by Pervader. There's the bounce. The two of them get in their way. Should that have been a corner? Does that come off Bielik? I think it does, doesn't it? I think I might owe Ugbo an apology then. He might have had that shot on target and Bielik, I think it might have just snicked off his calf, in which case, might have been a goal-saving tackle. And referee Davis is a bit further back, didn't quite see the angle. Foul by Valentin on Jordan James. Coming up to half-time. Good game, actually, I have to say. Entertaining. One of those where one team's making all the play and the other team's leading and nick the goal. Gassama, that's a nice ball. Ugbo, Wednesday are having a good little attacking spell here. Ugbo knocks it on. Valentin puts it in. Oh, that's poor. Two players on the back post. Pervader went near post and not sure whether the cross took a deflection, but it was a bit of a flaky cross, wasn't it, anyway? Johnson, who's been one of the main protagonists of the half, the Wednesday left back. Beadle. Bernard. James. Oh, lovely reverse ball by James. Buchanan. Buchanan, lovely cross. And how has Hogan not scored? He was there in front of his man on the near post. I was just waiting for the net to bulge. I need to see the replay. That looked like a bad miss. Oh, that's poor. It's a really good cross by Buchanan. Should be 1-1, shouldn't it? I mean, to be fair, I think it's Famewo goes across with him. But he doesn't look like he's touched tight, does he? I think Hogan just got his... He's put too much on it. He just needs to angle... shade that towards the goal. And look, if the keeper just throws himself at it and makes a save, then you say well played. But big chance that. Great play by James with a reverse ball. Probably the best chance of the half of the game, indeed, for Birmingham. And I think Hogan should have scored there, shouldn't he, on the near post? But it remains 1-0 to Wednesday. We're into stoppage time, by the way, guys. 3 minutes of it, and we are up 45-49. So 2:10 minimum stoppage time remaining. Bakuna, another nice ball by him. James does too much with it. Pulled by Bakuna. Good advantage by referee Davies, who's had a good game, hasn't he? Johnson goes down the left, puts the cross in. Easy gather for Etheridge, who's just going to take his time and let the game reset before he takes this restart. How has Hogan not scored? Fans of his clubs have been saying that for a decade. Apart from half a really good season at Brentford, although then he went to Villa for like 9 million or something, didn't he? In that crazy Dr. Tony transfer window at Villa. Actually, Dr. Tony and Mr. Chansiri could share notes, couldn't they, on championship gambles gone wrong, let's just say. Dembele, edge of the box. Dembele hits the shot low. Oh, deflected. Good save. Beadle, I think, bit of a silly leg. Or was it? If that was Dembele, then I take it back. It looked like just a wafty leg by Famewo. Dembele hit the shot. Who did that come off last? I think there's 2 deflections on it. 1, 2, yeah. bit of a camera save by Beadle, but as Peter Schmeichel said the other day, rule number 1, keep the ball out of your goal. Dazelle sticks the corner in. Oh, Christ alive. I'm not entirely sure how Birmingham haven't scored this half. I think that was Hogan again on the near post. I'm going to give him some credit now. Good movement. Glancing header. He's unlucky there, isn't he? Wednesday with no one on the back stick. Oof. Keeper's completely done. That doesn't even need to be accurate. That just needed to be on target. Keeper's not getting that, is he? But it remains Wednesday 1, Birmingham 0. This has got all the hallmarks of one of those wins where maybe you play the circumstances and the cards you dealt, but it's half time now. The whistle's gone. And it is Sheffield Wednesday 1, Birmingham 0. The goal completely against the run of play, but a really good goal. Pervader with a lovely bit of skill. Dazelle's defending is not great, but we'll comment on the great bit of skill by the attacker and try and be positive. Then a really good cutback as well, because there's loads of players in the box, and he's got to fire it with pace to UGBO, who's got one touch to finish it, and it's an easy finish because it's such a good assist by Pervader, the winger on loan from Leeds. There's another chance actually for Wednesday for UGBO. Pervader also another nice bit of skill and bent one around the post. But let me be honest, for the most part, Birmingham have been well on top in terms of possession and territory. But one team has taken their chances, and Birmingham just haven't been able to leverage their territory and their possession. And at the moment, that would make it a bad performance, wouldn't it? Rather than a good one if you're coming away with 0 points. Look at that. 12 shots and over 1 XG already in 45 minutes for Birmingham. Really is looking like one of those days for them, isn't it? Wednesday have played their cards pretty perfectly, haven't they? Maybe they're a bit lucky that Hogan didn't have his shooting boots on there, and maybe Bakuna and Laird haven't quite found their range for Birmingham, but that's the deal. Take your chances, hey? Let's have a quick look at the live league table, because that'll really make things a bit more interesting at the bottom. Not great if you're a Birmingham fan, is it? Because look, it's one of those 6-pointer jobs, isn't it? Where the gap could go 23, 35, could be 12 points. But as it stands, with a Wednesday win, it's going to be 6 points between the two sides. Not that Wednesday will be worried about that. They'll just be worried about getting closer to third bottom and go closer to Huddersfield in 21st place. Let's have a look at some comments. It's my birthday Sunday. Give me a shout. I'll give you a shout out now, Chris. I'll give you one on Sunday as well if you come and join us. Hogan, that's why we haven't scored. All to play for, Adam. Indeedio. Blues love near post corners. To be fair, Eamon, the one for Hogan was decent, wasn't it? It just didn't quite get his angle right there. I didn't think he did a hell of a lot wrong there. Wednesday, I've had a couple of... Yeah, I do agree with that, Jack. Yeah. Jez. Well, I started that half looking like Danny Roll. I ended up looking like Tony Mowbray. Yeah, Danny Roll's a handsome chap for a manager, isn't he? Probably about 30 years younger than Tony Mowbray. Maybe 25, I don't know. Hope Wednesday stay up soon enough for them being a Cov fan. Played pretty well against us. Bottom looking very tight. Who misses? Right. We have a big story to talk about today, don't we? So what I'm going to do is type in here Blackburn Rovers website, and we'll talk a little bit about the goings on at Ewood Park today. I'm trying to talk and do this with one hand, not doing a terribly great job of it. So this has been rumbling at Blackburn for a while, hasn't it? We did a piece on the Championship check-in, sort of what the hell is going on at Blackburn at the start of the week. And before we get to today's events, in terms of John Dahl Thomason going out and being replaced by John Eustace. We have to go back to the end of the transfer window where there was the botched attempt at signing Duncan Maguire. Apparently just didn't hit send on the right documents or something completely silly, an admin error from Blackburn. Remember, this is after last season. Something similar happened in their pursuit to get Lewis O'Brien. Remember last season, they were in the playoff chase right up until the last day, nearly got in, beating Millwall on round 46 as well, didn't they? So you never know what might have happened if they'd made the right signings there in January. Easy to say with hindsight after the fact. But look, nonetheless, a botch there. Obviously, they sold Adam Wharton, who's their star young player. I said at the time, that could be good. That could be bad. You know, it's always good to make stars and cash in on them. You have to do that in the parachute payments era. It's the only way you can get close to the parachute teams in terms of income with that huge broadcast bonus that the three teams that come down from the Premier League get each and every season. But also, by the same token, you don't want to sell your star players and lessen the quality of your team disproportionately. We then had John Dahl Thomason blocked from speaking to the media. That was on the Friday press conference before they were due to play QPR in a bit of a relegation six-pointer. They lost the game at home to QPR. The run is pretty horrendous for Blackburn. And then it's just been as leaky as a sieve all week, right from, I think, probably Sunday, but definitely Monday at the start of the week. Oh, Thomason's going, Thomason's gone, Thomason's staying, Thomason's going, he's gone, he's definitely gone. And then we started hearing the links for John Eustace. That's been going throughout the week. In a press conference earlier in the week, when Thomason was allowed to speak to the media, he had revealed that he'd offered to leave the club in the summer due to, well, he knew what was coming down the pipe with the budgetary stuff with Venky's and what partly the FFP position, and also the fact that, and I'm not an expert on this, go to the Rovers Chat channel that our mate Dan is on for that, but struggle getting money out of India to fund the club and issues with the Indian government. Again, I'm not a massive expert on this. So just absolute chaos. And we kind of knew something was happening. And it probably transpires that Thomason was gone a couple of days ago. And presumably they were just doing the necessary with John Eustace, the former Birmingham City manager. By the way, the first game for Eustace, assuming he's not in charge this weekend, because he literally only just walked in. He might be. I don't know. He's going to be against his former club, Birmingham. There is the Rovers website. Let's scroll down a little bit and just close out on John Dahl Thomason. It's short and it's sweet. It's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. Name that tune, hey? John Dahl Thomason left his position by mutual consent. Thomason arrived on a 3-year contract in June 22 and brought an attacking brand of football that saw us go close to a playoff spot. However, it's been mutually agreed that the Dane will step away from his role, all very nicey, with his assistant, whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce, also going. Thank you. The search for a successor is now underway. That's actually quite funny because about 45 minutes after that statement gets put out, they actually announced John Eustace. I think I looked on Twitter earlier and the two tweets were about. Do you remember when Mr. Marianakis at Nottingham Forest got shot of Martin O'Neill and like 3 minutes later announced that Sabri Lamucci was going to be the new manager? Not quite that bad. But yeah, 6 hours ago, 3 hours ago. Okay. Maybe I'm exaggerating my timelines there, but hey. Here is the announcement then later in the afternoon of John Eustace, who appeared on this very channel on the Championship Check-In podcast, talking to me and Sam when he was manager at Birmingham. Just before we read that, very interesting season for Mr. Eustace, who was the incumbent manager at Birmingham before Knighthead Capital took over in the summer. And then a very unpopular decision, a disastrous decision, frankly, Look, I've said a few times, I understand maybe more them taking out Eustace than them putting Rooney in. So I think that was maybe the Duff side of the equation. But yeah, Eustace taken out with Birmingham actually up in the top 6 at international break number 2, I think in October. Anyway, Eustace is back. Rovers are delighted to confirm the appointment of John Eustace as the club's new head coach. The 44-year-old that signed a 2.5-year deal at the club arrives on the back of a successful spell at Birmingham City, a progressive and forward-thinking coach with a clear philosophy. This is very interesting stuff, this, because so in Blackburn's sacking of Jean Dahl Tomasson, their higher-ups mentioned that John Dahl Tomasson was an attacking manager. In Birmingham's sacking of John Eustace, they mentioned that, or not directly, but they basically said that he was a defensive, pragmatic manager and they wanted to play, quote, here it comes, no fear football. And now we're seeing a progressive, forward-thinking manager. Eustace said on our channel, he sets teams up to be hard to beat first and foremost. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying that's what he said. And, you know, if that's your plenty of, for God's sake, Jose Mourinho was like that. And he was a bit of a goat when he first came over here, wasn't he? Does it say anything else? The highly regarded coach, bloody, blah, guiding the Blues. There's a couple of quotes from Eustace. I assume that will be fluff quotes for the website. I'll give my best to ensure the team can be proud of, blah, blah, blah. Can't wait to get started. Normal stuff. So, I said on the Championship Check-In podcast, when we were kind of asking the question, are Blackburn going to be in real trouble? I said, if Tomasson goes, then maybe they might, because it might be complete chaos. But the identity of the guy who's replaced him may lead me to say, oh, I don't know. I think they'll probably be okay, because knowing what we know about Eustace, very studious, very driven, very calm. And the problem with Blackburn has been under Tomasson, they were really fun, really good going forward. He got a tune out of Brereton Diaz, out of Wharton, out of Schmodic, brilliant this year. But they never drew a game. They went on massive runs last season and this season of just never drawing. So there was a bit of a feast or famine feeling about them, and a bit of a Sam Parkin sort of said, is there a lack of game management if you're never able to turn a iffy performance into a draw and get away with a point? You know, you don't play well every week. Sometimes you need to just draw the game and get out of dodge and not lose, and they were never able to do that. So Eustace coming in and replacing him, you would hope, from a Blackburn point of view, take the off-pitch crap to one side. Yeah, fine. That'll still be there. But the squad is set for the season, and, you know, Venky's will be Venky's, and, you know, Eustace will have to pick that up in the summer, won't he? But you would think if they can continue to have good attacking output, even without Adam Wharton, and shore them up defensively, that they would be all right. Earlier in the season, they were fairly well up the table, but it's been a terrible run. And you can see Blackburn in that little group of teams there, just above the bottom 3. And we're talking obviously at halftime during Wednesday versus Birmingham, where Wednesday will be closing up the gap. So my take is, I don't like what's happening at Blackburn. It doesn't smell good. We've got ownership problems. We've got financial problems. All looks a bit chaotic. But if you are going to change manager, I do think they've gone for the right type of replacement to mitigate any more potential chaos or it getting any worse. That's my take. I'm going to have a look and see what you guys are saying in the comments. What do we got here? Eustace's first game against Birmingham. Absolutely. Football, bloody football. There you go. I've used the same excuse as Blackburn for not texting my girlfriend. Wow. I don't recommend it. Someone at Ewood Park needs Microsoft Outlook training. Yeah. Just hit send. A bit harsh on JDT. Well, Nick Nack, they said that it was mutual consent, and He'd offered to leave in the summer. So I think he wanted out as much as they kind of wanted a change as well. Risky choice for Eustace. Well, Adam, I do agree with you there. He's kind of gone frying pan to fire, hasn't he, with Nighthead to Venky's. But guys, championship owners, where do you find a perfect one? What else have we got in the chat? Every time I hear no fear football, I want to stick my head in a wood chipper. To my eye, Blackburn tick a lot of your relegation matrix. Thank you. The Benjamin Bloom relegation matrix. You don't want chaos and owners. Yeah, the relegation matrix. The things that relegate clubs tend to be owners, chaos, size, and bad luck. We're okay with size and bad luck, I think, with Rovers, unless they get an injury into the really bad injury or a couple into bad luck, or hey, maybe the bad luck's going to be no one pressing send. Owners and chaos definitely on the relegation matrix for sure. Dylan, Blackburn have more quality players than the teams below. Well, I do agree with that as well. Hector, Blackburn have a really tough 7-8 games at the end of the season. They could be in the mix. Andrew, I like the Eustace appointment with him in charge. I'm sure Blackburn will stay up. It's a bad day for everyone else in the relegation. Scrap, Ali, teams behind them are so poor. I think Blackburn will be fine. There we go, guys. That's our halftime chat on Blackburn. What we'll do, we'll clip that out. So I will say right now, if you click up here, we will link the clip of Sam Parkin talking about Blackburn earlier in the week on the Championship Check-In podcast. And we need to get back to the job in hand right now, which is Sheffield Wednesday 1, Birmingham 0. Sorry, I knew we had to speak about that. I needed to get a clip for tomorrow done. So we got that all sorted. Thank you. I'm doing 10 jobs at once here. And I need to press this button because we have kicked off in the second half. There you go, guys. Everything happening in real time, live here on YouTube. People think this is easy. It really, really isn't. Let's just quickly bang through our teams. Just to throw into Birmingham right-hand side. It is 1-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. One of those games where a lot of the statistics are in Birmingham's favour, but the most significant one is in Wednesday's favour, and that is that they are leading 1-0. There are your teams. Beadle in goal for Wednesday. Valentin, Bernard, Famewo, Johnson. Across 4-4-F in 2. Look, Pervader, Diaby, Bannon, Gassama, Ugbo, the goal scorer, and Kadamatru. Let's break off Bannon down the left-hand side. Bannon tries to put the crossing deflects off Dembele. Swinger. Oh, here's Ugbo turns. That's a really good save by Etheridge. Really good block. Ugbo again. Good defending. Birmingham Wednesday really could have gone 2-0 up there. There's a good save and a really good block straight after there. The cross bounced back fortuitously. Do you know, he was offside. So maybe justice is done there. Great save by Etheridge. I think it hits him in the face. Great block by Long. He was offside. There. Did they catch that? I think they did catch that. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. They did catch the offside, but I got all excited there. Justice done, which means I can read out the Birmingham team. Etheridge in goal. Laird, Bielik, Long, Buchanan, Dazelle, Sunjic. Here they come again Wednesday. Good start by them this half. Driven across the box by Gassama. I don't think Pervader is going to keep that in on the far side. Forgive me. Let me try again. Etheridge in goal for Birmingham. Laird, Bielik, Long, Buchanan, Dazelle, Sunjic, Bakuna, James, Dembele, and Hogan, brother, up top. Oh. What's my Super Bowl pick? Jack, you're going to have to tell me the two teams in there first, and then I will pick you the winner of the Super Bowl using pure knowledge. James plays that back. Dembele, nice turn. Dembele. Oh, dear. Got down the line there. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he falls over as he does it. Might have been having a shot, actually. How hard he hit that. Just fell backwards and shanked it over the top. And Tony Mowbray is adopting it's going to be one of those days position. I must say, from a Birmingham point of view, surely Miyoshi and Stansfield, surely we're going to see those two if this remains a goalless game for a Blues. James coming down the left. Good dribble. You played well, actually, James. This is the thing with these type of games. You can actually look at individuals and say, okay, well, he played well. He played well. It doesn't matter. The team's losing. You've got to put it all together and turn possession and territory into goals. The Chiefs and the 49ers. Okay. Does Patrick Mahomes play for either of those teams? If he does, I'll go for the team that he plays for. Someone will answer me that. An American team will be crowned world champions. There we go. Michael, will you be going to the Ipswich game? I am going to do a watch along of the Ipswich game tomorrow. My season ticket will be empty. Alas. Don't all go and sit in it. But yeah, come and join us tomorrow. Bakuna gets it back off Laird. Bakuna comes inside, hits the shot left-footed. Not a bad effort, but Beadle kind of throws himself across the goal, doesn't even pull his arms out. He's on the Chiefs. Okay, I will back the Kansas City Chief because I watched a thing on Netflix about Patrick Mahomes, and he's the only player I know the name of. Oh, and Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Yes, I've been following this. What's his name? I know nothing about NFL. It's supposed to be brilliant. In fact, if you hit join down there and you join our WhatsApp group, there's actually a NFL subgroup on there, which I try and follow along with, but, you know. Beadle. Nice ball by Beadle into Pervader, who's been very much the key danger man in Sheffield Wednesday's sort of 3 attacks in this game. Valentin. Oh, nice. Comes inside. He's in the box, actually. Valentin back to Pervader. Lovely feet as usual. Ooh. Did Pervader get blocked off there? No. I will need to see that back. I'll plead the fifth on that one. Don't know whether that was a foul or not. Dembele, lovely bit of skill to beat his man. And now here comes Laird with loads of space down the right-hand side. Laird puts the cross in. It's inviting. To be fair to Hogan that time, he just puts a little bit too much on it. Travis Kelce. Okay. So I'm just having a look at that. Was it a body check by Long? I mean, he puts the arm out, doesn't he? I think it's foul. Yeah. Pervader went down. If he just stood his ground and let him bounce off him, I think I'd change my mind. But he actually puts his arm out. Here come Wednesday. Wednesday have been much better, actually, in this half, haven't they? Much more even game. I know they're winning, but they, for the most part, they were sat behind the ball trying to stop Birmingham. Back heel by Diaby. Bannon. Johnson down the left. Sticks it to the back post. Ogbo! He's done it again! And Sheffield Wednesday are being brutally efficient in this game. Ike Ugbo is being brutally efficient. Couple of chances for him. Couple of goals. Wednesday 2. Birmingham 0. Well, we said the goal in the first half was against the run of play. That one wasn't, was it? It's a good goal as well. Classic 4-4-2 play, this. Winger to the far post, just stands it up. It's a good climb, isn't it, by Ugbo on the back stick with Buchanan, who's got his back to goal. He just completely bullies him, doesn't he? Ugbo, he's well up, heads it in from about 1 yard. The fans behind the goal celebrate that. And well played Wednesday. I thought they were a bit fortuitous to lead in the first half, but been really good since the start of the second half. They now lead 2-0, and Ugbo is on a hat-trick. What price an Ugbo hat-trick? Worth. Prediction busted. I won't put the F word on the screen there. Was a must-win for Wednesday. That should do it. Absolute garbage for Birmingham. Yeah, they've made a right mess of this now, haven't they? A right mess. Can Wednesday stay up? If they keep their form from December through to the rest of the season, then yeah, of course they can. Double sub. Tony Mowbray has seen enough. Sun Hyung Paik. Was it Shong Ho? Sorry, let me just pronounce this guy's name right. Well, Jay Stansfield has come in. I could pronounce his name. And Shong Ho Paik in, who is, he must be South Korean with a name like that, mustn't he? Let me just double check. Yeah, new South Korean player. And here he comes. Running at the heart of the defence. But blocked. A goal and over 100 likes. Worth. That is worth a worth. And here come Wednesday again, actually. Pervader. Ugbo's on the hat-trick with Buchanan. Buchanan marks him infinitely better there than he did for the goal a minute ago. Too good for him there. Birmingham fans will wish he was too good for him on the back stick there, where Ugbo just got the run and he jumps way higher and just heads it into the back of the net. That's amazing. We didn't even need to do a like spike to get over 100 likes. Fantastic. Here's Stansfield, first touch into the box. Can he beat his man? Yes, he can. Stansfield's done well. James hits the shot. It's blocked. It's going in the corner. It's blocked by Marvin Johnson. Stansfield having an immediate impact there. Pervader, that's silly, giving it away in a dangerous area. Stansfield tries to cross it. Blocked out. Pike. Dazelle. Long. Bielik. Dazelle. Little dink over the top. It's a nice ball by Dazelle. He makes the defender defend. It was for Maywo chasing back with Pacuna, who'd made the run from deep midfield. Huddersfield probably lose to Southampton, and Sheffield Wednesday with 5 points away from the bottom three. Throw in Birmingham. Dazelle pokes it back to Long. He didn't really want it there. He hoofs it forward. Oh, lovely touch by Bannon onto Gassama. Long had to get that right, else that was a bit of a stampy challenge. He did. But here come Wednesday again. Gassama. Down the line it goes to him again. He's 1v1 with Laird. Can he take him on? Goes inside. Well, I mean, he kind of took him on and then he just balloons the ball into outer space. Dylan, what's been your favourite video to make on the channel? Do you know what, Dylan? I was really enjoying doing those few. I did the championship cheat codes. Started doing them, but I didn't really get that good of views. So, you know, had to pivot, but I really enjoyed doing them, but maybe a bit nerdy for a bigger audience, let's just say. But yeah, probably those. James for Birmingham comes over halfway. Dembele inside off the left wing. Dembele reverse ball. Buchanan crosses back stick over the head of Ethan Laird. Come on. You Owls. Well, they're very much coming on at the moment, Luke. They're winning 2-0. Going to close up the gap on all their relegation rivals. They need to start another run, Sheffield Wednesday, like the one from the start of December. Yeah, they won 3 games out of 4 from the start of December, so 9 points out of 12. Then they won 2 in a row over Christmas and New Year. Also won in the FA Cup, so 6 wins in that period. Obviously, any points for winning in the FA Cup, but winning is winning. Can't do any harm, can it? Need to do something like that again. Back-to-back wins or 3 wins in 4. Mudcrab Man, I really like. Well, thank you very much, David Bowie there, Mudcrab Man. Oh, played in behind Stansfield. Can he get there first? Beadle does well. I can say it now. Beadle's about to the edge of his box. Stansfield causing trouble. You do have the feeling if Birmingham can get a goal, this can swing. But Sheffield Wednesday seems so buoyed by their second goal. James heads it down, given away to Bannon. And Famewo goes home. As we come up the hour mark, 59:43 on the clock. Big hoik down the ground. Bielik heads away. Buchanan gets it further down the ground. Someone's just sat down at the back. I think it's Deshaun Bernard. Paveda trying to dribble again. Paveda commits the foul. He very nearly got fouled himself in the build-up to that, Paveda. Free kick of Birmingham. And we are going to get a Wednesday sub. That looks like Will Volks is going to be coming on, central midfielder, for Wednesday. I beg your pardon, it's not Bernard, it's Diaby who's sat down. Big unit in central midfield. He's been a bit hit and miss, but he's put himself about for sure. Ouch. You see, he just jarred his right ankle there. That looked a painful one. Yeah, I think he's done. Diaby, hope he's okay. Just stunned his ankle. I think he's saying, yeah, just roll it, possibly. Ouch. Will Volks just getting his instructions. Looking at the dossier the Wednesday staff are showing him. Just going to see the 2 goals again. Brilliant bit of skill by Paveda to set up the first for UGBO. That was very much against the run of play in the first half, but Wednesday came out really strongly in the second half. And a lovely old school throwback goal there, a proper 4-4-2 goal that. The attack down the left-hand side where the fullback gets forward. He hangs it up to the back stick. There's one of the 2 centre forwards hanging around on the back post. He gets 1v1 with a fullback, although the fullback is Buchanan, who should be good in the air with his spring. But UGBO heads in his second goal. Ben, Ipswich have a very hard game tomorrow against West Brom. Yes, they do. We're going to be live at 12:15 for that one tomorrow. Can I say I'm looking forward to it? Of course, I'm not looking forward to it. Stressful stuff, Jim, isn't it? I think Birmingham will get at least 1. On comes Will Volks then. Out goes Mohamed Diaby. And we're up to 62. And I'd imagine that adds a couple of minutes onto whatever's going on the board at the end of the game for stoppage time. What's on the board on this screen right down there is Sheffield Wednesday 2, Birmingham 0. A little further down, probably somewhere around there, where you're watching on YouTube, it'll say join. If you want to support the channel, it's free, always free to watch all the content on here. But if you feel like giving back, it's kind of my part-time job here. I'd love it to be a full-time job, but difficult to raise money. That's why we have the membership feature, and you can get involved. It's a little monthly thing, probably the same as what you'd pay if you got a Americano and a pastry at the Costa drive-through on your way to work. So if you could spare that for me, that's a massive help. Plenty of members in the chat, and you can join the WhatsApp group. You can join our roundtables, come and chop it up with me and debate with me, and you get early access to my Tribal Football columns. I'm giving you early access to a substitution here, Tyler Roberts and Miyoshi. What is Miyoshi's first name? Koji Miyoshi is coming on. So is Tyler Roberts. Shariki Dembele is coming off. I'd be a little bit disappointed if I was a Birmingham fan because he has plenty of threat. And yeah, Ethan Laird has gone off as well. Miyoshi and Roberts in. That is 4 substitutes now Birmingham have made. God, I can't pronounce these Asian names. Shong Ho Paik and Koji Miyoshi. Jay Stansfield and Tyler Roberts all in for Birmingham thus far. Mowbray rolled the dice. And here is Roberts, first touch. James, little knock inside, back to Roberts. Roberts hits the shot, drags it poorly wide of Beadle's right-hand post. Benny equals top lad, proper clobber. I've layered up today. I went for a dog walk earlier, MW. I'm normally just a shirt guy, but jumper and a shirt today, I'm afraid. And look at that. The beard's so grey these days, I had to go a bit short. Not sure I like it. Say nice things and affirm that it doesn't look terrible, please. Who do I think will win tomorrow? Sunderland v Plymouth. You can find out, Jensen, in the predictions with Sam Parkin that are up on the channel. What goes on in the WhatsApp group? We talk about football, Isaac. It's great. Some of the lads talk about NFL. Some of them post funny dog memes as well. Usual WhatsApp group tomfoolery. Here is Miyoshi. Dezell. Bakuna down the right-hand side. Bakuna overruns it, and it's back with a Wednesday. Tried to slide through back to Bakuna, Stansfield. And out it goes for a goal kick. Do I do any radio or TV? Well, I was a producer last year on the EFL show, but I was never on screen. I've appeared on radio and TV, but not really been in the business, if you know what I mean. New media for me. There's one in the channel. Miyoshi chases into the box. That's good defending by Famewo, who's just too strong for Miyoshi. Is that the Roberts that's been missing from W12? You tell me. McKenna to Palace. Don't. Oh dear, his odds There's no smoke without fire, but his odds have gone well short, haven't they? Oh, you can take him, but you can't take my glorious 2023 away from me. Did not see that scoreline happening tonight. Yeah, Dave, most of the predictions before the game, there's a few for Wednesday, and you can spool back if you go up about 1,000 messages in there. Here comes Roberts down the right. Roberts turns inside. Nice feet by Roberts. Tries to get the cross in. Good block. Good play by both for Maywo and Roberts there. David. Something seriously wrong at Blues. Dominating to go 1 down, then just pretty much giving up and going 2-0 down. I mean, he's nailed the narrative of the match there, hasn't he? Dazelle with the corner for Birmingham. Left foot in swinger. And it comes high to the back post. Headed back by Bielik. Headed away. Edge of the box, Buchanan. Tries to get it back to Bielik. Knocks it back to Bakuna. James. Buchanan tried to play it down the line. Blocked out. Stephen. Hope you are fine. I am more than fine, Stephen. When I'm watching football, chatting with the people in the live chat, I mean, what more could you ask for, hey? I love it. Seriously, guys, thank you. It's so fun. Such a privilege to be able to do this. I forget sometimes that we're all watching together. Brilliant. Cross to the back post. Buchanan volleys into the side netting. It's pretty good effort, that I have to say. Nearly catches Beadle out there. Probably the one place where he could beat him. Horrible angle. Yeah, it's a decent strike. Beadle's troubled by that. Good effort by Buchanan. But as the camera goes on, Gary Cook, he of the No Fear Football, and Craig Gardner there, the sporting director. I don't know who the lady is, but she doesn't look very impressed either. None of them look very impressed with Birmingham's performance tonight. Big if McKenna did leave, who would you want? Oh, God. Nobody. I just cry. I don't know. Haven't thought that far. Bannon. Volks with a Graham Souness-esque back pass from inside his own half there. Lovely stuff. Bernard. Valentin. The lady just wanted to go home. Where do they put the director's box in Hillsborough? It's in the big, huge main stand, isn't it? I tell you, it's blooming high up there. I've sat up there a few times. Bloody good view, though, I have to say. Great ground, Hillsborough. David, thank you so much. I have an empty teacup to raise to you, sir, for a £2 super chat. Thank you very, very much indeed. Only at Blues, more no hope football, not no fear football. Thanks so much for the super chat. David, very kind indeed. Appreciate the support. You too can super chat or hit join. Remember, though, you are supporting every time you leave a live comment or you hit the like button. Oh, here comes James in over on the left-hand side. Valentin gets back. James hits the shot right-footed. Scuffs it a little bit. It's a bouncy one. Beadle, I think, lets it go around the post. I think he had it covered. James offside there. It's tight, isn't it? Impossible to tell from that angle. I mean, sometimes those bouncy shots, the keeper struggles to judge the height it's going to reach him at. Just didn't look like a clean strike, did it? 72:54 on the clock. And we're about to get a triple substitution. I recognise Michael Smith. I recognise Michael Ihekwa. I think it's Anthony Masaba is the third lad going to be coming on for the Wednesday. So Smith and Ihekwa, if you remember at the start of last season in League One, were the two players that Wednesday took from, can I call them rivals? Near rivals Rotherham, who'd previously got promoted out of League One. And they're still here in the Championship, a centre-half and a forward. Musaba, a winger, who I think, according to our ticker down at the bottom, is actually the top scorer for Sheffield Wednesday. Guys, while Akin Famowo is down, should we do a bit of a roll call? These are always good fun. I'm going to ignore any silly answers because people always put them in. But let me know which team you support. Interesting bit of market research for me. You've got 15 seconds. Sensible answers only. Just write the name of the team you support in the chat and give them all a shout out. You've got 15 seconds. It's roll call time. Tell us who you support. Go. Right, let's see who we've got represented in the chat and give a shout out to all of your teams. Here we go. Right, Wolves, Wednesday, Leeds, Blades, Plymouth, Wednesday, Coventry, Wednesday, Leeds, Norwich, Argyle, Saints, Ajax, Leeds, Plymouth. Loads of Plymouth fans in. Welcome to your Wolves, Leeds, Coventry, QPR. Noah, he's at the match right now. With a Wednesday stadium there. Wednesday, QPR, more Plymouth, Norwich, Ipswich, Argyle are massive. Yes, they are, aren't they? Wednesday, Birmingham Indiana Hoosiers, FL Panthers, Ipswich, Norwich, Leeds, Argyle, Wednesday, Ipswich, Coventry, Argyle. David with us, another super chat. Thank you so much. David, Birmingham, Cardiff, Plymouth, Leeds. There we go. Have it spelt right. Okay. Great mix. Plymouth very well represented. Leeds as always. Loads of Wednesday fans in as well. I think the Birmingham fans have all gone home after that second goal. There we go. A couple more. Boom. Boom. There you go, Tyrese. Birmingham fan. Still here. And a Hull fan, Stu. Welcome, everybody. Andre Dazelle is out of the game and looks pretty fed up. Did I just miss another substitute? Doing the roll call. I hope I didn't. I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, Keshi Anderson came on. That'll be all 5 subs for Birmingham. Anderson will play on the left wing. Looks like Jordan James has gone into central midfield to join Chong Ho Pak. So I think they've kept the same system. They just switched everybody around. There we go. A few more shout outs in the roll call for you. Thank you. And one more. Manchester United. Bielik, poor bull, got away with it though. Roberts, Buchanan, Birmingham need to do something pretty darn quickly. PDQ, Pake, Roberts, nice play by Roberts. Pake again, edge of the box, tries to feed, looking for Miyoshi. Offside flag is up though, just delayed it too long. There we go. A few more shout outs for your team. Great roll call. That really good one, guys. Really appreciate you all being here tonight and joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. More of the same. Ipswich, West Brom. And on Sunday as well. So it'll be 12:15 tomorrow for a 12:30 kickoff. Ipswich, West Brom. And on Sunday will be 11:45. Coventry, Millwall for a 12 o'clock kickoff. Get all these shout outs. Villa, Carlisle United, Mark. I saw Carlisle get promoted at Wembley when was that? Would have been May. It's always May, the playoffs, isn't it? On penalties against Stockport. In fact, that was our, if you do hit join down there, that was our little Benjamin Bloom football channel group social. That we went to the League Two playoff final. Nice day out at Wembley. Dave was there. Russ was there. Who else was there? John came. I'm trying to think. I hope I haven't missed anybody out. There's 5 or 6 of us. Good old day. Down by the, well, it's not the Twin Towers, is it? It's not been the Twin Towers for years, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's getting foggy now, isn't it? Sheffield Wednesday 2, Birmingham 0. EK Ugbo with both of the goals. Birmingham were by far the better team in the first half. They have not been the better team in the second half. Wednesday deserving of their second goal. They've played this nicely. It will be a well-earned 3 points. In comes the cross to the back stick. Ugbo on the hat-trick heads it down. Anderson's going to deal with that. Oh, nice ball through the lines there. It's Miyoshi got it and then tried to play it straight through to Stansfield. They're trying to force the issue now, aren't they, Birmingham? Is that Will Volks down? He's covering his face, which doesn't help me identify him. I think it is. Referee Davies just having a word with Stansfield. I think Bakuna's the captain, so he's chattering away as well. I beg your pardon. It was Roberts. Just a bit late on Volks. Volks clears it, and then Roberts arrives on the scene. Ugbo and Masaba were great together in a poor side in Belgium a couple of years back. We'll see if they team up. Nice to see Ugbo scoring goals. Yeah, his first, Louise, his first in a Wednesday shirt. Tyrese really sure Blues can turn things around. Keep right on. Need to do something very, very quickly. Switch of play there. Anderson jumps up and chests it down very efficiently. Back to James, who's pretty much played about 3 positions in this game. Finds himself in deep central midfield now. Little one inside. Pack tries to force it forward, but it's going to be another restart for Sheffield Wednesday. 82 on the clock now. And you do wonder whether Birmingham have just punched themselves out now. They really looked so capable of winning this game in the first half, but I'm just not seeing it in the second. That looked like a foul on Buchanan there. Referee Davies has let it go. I think he might have got that one wrong. Tony Mowbray agrees with me. Ashley Cole agrees with me too. We're not going to get a replay of that, though, are we? Thank you, Sky. Mowbray applauds sarcastically now as Buchanan is penalised for fouling. It's a foul. I think Mowbray's just annoyed that Buchanan. I thought he got fouled just a few seconds before, but in fact, Mogger is in the book. The placid Birmingham man, he needs to calm down, actually. He's just lost the plot a bit there, Mogger, hasn't he? Who is that? Is that referee Eltringham, the fourth official? In comes the free kick. Can Ehekwe recycle on the back post? He can't, but the ref's given a corner. Just spooned up off Smith initially. I'll be able to tell off the third replay. Luxury we get. Who did this come off? I think it did come off Anderson, didn't it? Right decision. Bannon is going to take the corner. Headed away. And it goes back in, and it's going to be a goal kick for Birmingham that Neil Etheridge rushes to take. He's rushing because it's Sheffield Wednesday 2, Birmingham 0, and 84:33 on the clock. Yellow card is going to come out now for Will Volks. Slides in, mistimes that one. Nailed on yellow. He doesn't complain. As we come into the last 5 minutes of normal time. Roberts for Birmingham, one of the 5 subs that they've put in now in the second half. Anderson, Miyoshi, Roberts, Stansfield and Pack all in for Birmingham, trying to chase this game that really got away from them when it went 2-0. And that does sound silly, but if you didn't watch the first half, they were more than in the game. They had more than enough possession and territory to do something in the first half and found themselves a goal down. But to Sheffield Wednesday's credit, it's been not like that in the second half. They've been much better, haven't they, Wednesday? And here we are at 2-0 with just a few minutes to go. Anderson, Buchanan, Anderson. Oh, lovely ball by Anderson. Roberts tries to spin and put it across goal with his left foot. And it's just got to be head it, kick it stuff at the back now for Wednesday. Just keep the ball out of the net. And it's a big 3 points for the Wednesday. Roberts is down. So is Valentin. In fact, while they're down, should we do one more like spike? We have got a brilliant total tonight, by the way, guys. 126 on the likes. Let's see if we can punch that up towards 150. You got 9 seconds. If you're in the chat now watching, hit the like button as Christian Pedersen is going to come into the game. Former Birmingham player, wasn't he? And Swansea as well. Anyway, everybody hit like. You got 9 seconds. Go! Thank you in advance for your likes. Tyler Roberts has conceded another free kick. And Pedersen is going to come into the game. Out goes Marvin Johnson, who I know I was getting a bit narky with him for moaning every time he got the ball, but he's played quite well, actually, and really good assist, that hanging cross from left back for the second goal. Good performance by Johnson at left back, I have to say. Pedersen will be a like-for-like replacement. He won't be as good going forward. But wow, 147 on the likes. Did we get to 150? 149? Is it going to go up to 150? Come on, guys, you can do it. Thank you so much for your support and all the likes tonight. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. It seems silly, but it does actually help boost us in the search engines and whatnot on YouTube. James for Birmingham strides forward. Pake, Bakuna, Miyoshi. Miyoshi gets hurried back. And Birmingham will have to start over. Sheffield Wednesday just got to defend now for 90 seconds plus stoppage time. And the 3 points is theirs. Bakuna. Oh, dear. It's terrible. Don't know what he's trying there. David Beckham-esque 30-yard curling cross, but he just completely skies it up in the air and out it goes. And Tony Mowbray's face tells us all we need to know about what he thinks about that. Adam, legend, thank you so much. $1.99 on the super chat. Very, very kind, Adam. Muchly appreciated. Thank you, everybody, for their support on the super chats. We had 2 from David. Look, 1, 2, 1 from Adam as well. Thank you, everybody. Remember, you don't have to super chat. Just every chat you give is support, and every like. So just make sure you do that. And if you can support via super chat or hit the join button, we really appreciate that as well. Bielik knocks that one home. Ooh, heavy touch from Etheridge. Now they've played it round well. Long. Pack. Buchanan. Yeah, Wednesday defending well now. Just sitting in shape. Buzzing out. Everybody's pressing all the time. Switch of play. Bakuna. Can you give us an interesting last bit of stoppage time? Just going into stoppage time, by the way. Roberts hits the shot. Blocked. Much to the fury of some of the other Birmingham players. Get comfortable, guys. 8 minutes stoppage time. 8. We've just gone into them. Birmingham can get a goal right at the start of this. Who knows? Pack hits the shot. Good strike. Good save. It's a right footer from Shung Ho Pack. As he was winding up for it, I was like, oh, come on, man. Don't shoot from there. But it's a really good strike, actually. It's a good save by Beal. It's definitely going in the corner, isn't it? And he really works the keeper. Here's Long. Clips it to the back post. Bakuna, decent cross on the volley. Corner to Birmingham. Louise, legend. Thank you so, so much. $1.99 in the super chat. Good luck all this weekend, apart from Preston. You're allowed to say that if you super chat. Thank you so much for the support, Louise. Very kind indeed. We are 91-20 on the clock. Cross goes in. I think Ugbo, the double goal scorer, and surely the man of the match if he scored 2 goals. We'll do that in a minute. Got his head on that. And it's going to be a corner again to Birmingham. We'll do man of the match properly in a minute, but let's just see where this Birmingham pressure is going, if anywhere. Let's be honest, tonight, most of the Birmingham pressure has gone nowhere, really. In comes the corner, right-footed. Buchanan hits the deck. Comes out to Bakuna. What a strike. That was close. On the half volley from miles out. I don't think it misses by much. We got the hanging cam from behind the goal. Let's see how much does this miss by. Oh, that's so unlucky. Really good strike by Bakuna. Keeper's not getting it. Just swerves wide. Look at the fans behind the goal. They think that's in. And they've got a better view than anybody. We'll leave man of the match another 2 minutes, being as we've got 98 to play. 92-45. Minimum stoppage time will take us to 98. 8. That's 5 to play as James boots that forward. Beadle takes a touch. He's going to wait for Miyoshi to come and close him down before he picks it up. We know that nobody applies the 6-second rule. So I'm sure he'll kill a bit more time. Beadle kicks it long. Easily won back by Birmingham. Pike. Bakuna. Nice feed. Roberts. One of the many substitutes, Tyler Roberts. Goes on a little dribble. The pass isn't good afterwards. Miyoshi's going to try and win it back. Roberts slides in. It's all a bit frantic from Roberts. Doesn't really seem to be in control of what he's doing. But here's Anderson. Anderson hits the shot into the side netting. Again, I think Beadle had that covered. Dave, you absolute hero. £2 on the super chat. Thank you, guys. So kind on the super chats. Really, really appreciate it. Continue being the awesome person you are. Thank you very much, Dave. You do the same, my friend. Everything is awesome. Looks like Sky are going for Pervader on man of the match. Let's do ours. Let me know in the chat your man of the match. I think I'd probably go for UGBO, just being it's 2-0 and one player scored 2 goals. But all opinions are allowed, of course. Free speech ahoy. You got 5 seconds. Stick your man of the match in the chat. Away you go. Who has stood out for you? Let me know in the comments. We'll read a few out. We get in, yeah. Ugbo. Oh, Stansfield pokes it goalwards. He's virtually on the line. Buchanan's there. Oh, goodness me. A big slap on the back for Beadle. Yeah, I think everyone's going for Ugbo, Pervader, Ugbo, Beadle. 2 goals secured, surely. Yeah, I'd go for Ugbo. Sky have gone for Pervader. Fair enough. As great assist for the first goal. I just think in a 2-0, when you got a striker scoring 2 goals, it's fairly self-explanatory and boring, isn't it? Took the 2 goals well. That's why the forwards get paid the big money, as they say, isn't it? Bakuna. Oh, dear. Tackles himself, and it is a Wednesday throw-in. And you see the fans just on the side of the pitch there, beginning to believe, Wednesday fans, we're getting the 3 points tonight, you know, when you're trying to defend your lead. David, another super chat. Thank you so much, David. You're too kind tonight. I think it's the third one. Blues hair flipping to League One at this rate. Thank you so much, David. Sorry. That big bump was me hair flicking. What did I predict on the podcast? I think I went 2-1 Birmingham. I can't remember. Someone look it up. Played forward by Wednesday. It's going to be a restart for Birmingham, but let's be honest, this is a done, isn't it? We've got 70 seconds to play, a 2-goal deficit. And it looks like a big, vital 3 points for Sheffield Wednesday. Nice play by Anderson. Tries to get Buchanan in. That is excellent covering by Musaba, who's a winger. But like all of the Wednesday team, they're just defending their clean sheet at the moment. James Beadle has made a couple of good saves in this game, hasn't he? The one from Shong Ho Pak. What was the one in the first half? It was a bit camera-y, wasn't it? But Dembele with a deflection. Still a good save, I think. David, thank you. Thank you for the super chats. Looked like a foul by Bielik on Smith. Fun and games. Barry Bannon is individually going and congratulating every Wednesday player every time they win a foul. That would be a good fight, that, wouldn't it? Bielik and Smith, two absolutely huge blokes. Can we get that done for charity? Can we get that at WrestleMania? Christian Bielik and Michael Smith. Reckon that'd be entertaining, that one. Still up in each other's face. Don't know why referee Davies has brought them back together. Keep them apart, for God's sake. Yellow card for both. They're still not shutting up, either of them. We've gone over the 98 minutes now. So I'm guessing, given that stoppage, we're going to probably go up to 100 before we finish. No, we're not. He's literally blown the whistle immediately. Danny Roll, who I have to say, judging by the points and judging by the trend up and the direction of travel since the start of December, he's doing a decent job at Sheffield Wednesday after their utterly horrific start to the season. It is Sheffield Wednesday 2, Birmingham 0. Let's have a look at the league table. In fact, let's have a look at the numbers in the game first of all. They should be pretty well up to date. Birmingham 63-37 to them on the possession and 1.73, 1.52. One of those games, isn't it? Lies down lies and statistics. You can have the possession, you can have the shots to territory. You got to get the goals. 25 shots to 13, but then Luke shots on target 4-3. And the two chances Wednesday made for Ike Ugbo were two big chances, weren't they? And the striker took both of them. Just wasn't the case for Birmingham. They didn't make clear big chances for their forward players. I don't know why that's gone off the screen there. I tell you what we should do is look at the league table and see how that leaves things down at the bottom. And good news for Sheffield Wednesday. So, okay, they're 15 to play now. They've played more games than everybody down there, of course. But they've closed up to within 2 points of QPR and within 5 points of Huddersfield. Of course, things can change tomorrow. But as I said at the top of the show, if you're in the bottom three at the moment, you just got to hope that that big group of teams, Huddersfield, Stoke, Birmingham, Blackburn, Swansea, Millwall, all separated by 2 points. You got to hope they all stay that tight together and you can try and get yourself close to that pack, because then you never know what can happen. And the more teams you have to aim at, the more chance you have of getting out of that bottom three for sure. But still a long way to go for Wednesday. They're still 5 points off. They need another run like they had in December, 3 wins out of 4 at the start of December, and then over the New Year period, back-to-back wins. They need to do that again, else they will be relegated. Speaking of relegated, Birmingham back-to-back defeats. Blackburn is their next game, which has now taken on extra narrative significance, with John Eustace being announced as the Rovers manager earlier today. And yeah, Birmingham fans are not going to be happy with that, because it's just a flaky performance, wasn't it? In the first half, Birmingham had all of the ball, all of the territory, all of the chances, and came in 1-0 down. And Danny Roll, who's going around applauding the Wednesday fans, has obviously gone in and said, look, you didn't play very well and you're winning 1-0. If you play well in the second half, we'll win this game 2-0. And that's exactly what has happened. Right, let's read some comments before we go. And then I will see you tomorrow at 12:15 for West Brom versus Ipswich, if you are around on your Saturday. Let's see some comments. Bielik v Smith and then the Rock replaces. Get him in there. Triple threat match. Cheer up, Blues. You still come to the New York. Ho-hum. Proper second division game. You love to see it. Danny Roll is amazing. I think he's decent. Yeah. I think if he'd been there since the start of the season, I think Wednesday would be, well, certainly have a much greater chance of surviving. Roll is exactly, Matthew. Yeah, exactly. Rowley's doing a very decent job. Whether it's enough, yeah. I don't know the stats, but it was 12 games maybe before they even won. Big head start to give anybody in the league, or everybody in the league. In fact, Birmingham get telling off tonight. Sorry, Birmingham. Big up the Blues team all the way there. Messed it up tonight, though, Tyrese, didn't they? Very happy with that result. I knew signings really stepped up. Jez, it's not our style to control, and result proves that. Unfortunately, I like Wednesday. I hope they stay up. Enjoyed the stream. Hector, thank you. Whole league table's looking quite spicy at the moment. You love it. What was my Sheffield Wednesday play ratings? You can get them in the chat. 14 before a victory. Oof, that's a hell of a head start, isn't it? Huddersfield unlike. Yeah, that's a fair point. Huddersfield have got Southampton, so they're probably losing tomorrow. Haven't they? Thank you, guys, so much. Let me just click through all of those before we go. Come on, lads. Us owls. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed it tonight. Thank you for all the super chats. Here they are. Bang, 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 bang. Very kind of you all. And please come and join me tomorrow lunchtime for Ipswich West Brom. And if you can't, join me on Sunday lunchtime for Coventry versus Millwall. That was the watch along. And it's a great win for Sheffield Wednesday. UGBO with 2 goals. It was Sheffield Wednesday 2, Birmingham 0. See you tomorrow. Now, you might see a YouTuber with millions of subscribers and views a week driving a Bentley. It's a bit more modest, I have to say, when you're covering the Championship. So if you can find a few quid each month to support over on Patreon or by hitting the join button here, you are making the world of difference for myself, Shaylee and Enid.